Okay, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Michelle, and I live in Lake Stevens.
Okay, and Michelle, how did you find out about Health First Chiropractic?
So Thanksgiving, just 2 months ago, I was 2 days before my wedding, and I woke up and just couldn't walk barely at all, and it got worse all day long, and no one was open, and we just started calling everyone we could get a hold of the next day, and you're the only one open, which was good, very good.
And what were the problems that you were seeking to have solved?
So I've always had back pain or problems throughout the years, and I hadn't for probably 1 or 2 years before this incident on Thanksgiving. I just woke up and my back was completely stiff. I couldn't move at all. I tried to move more. It made it worse. I tried to lay down. It made it more stiff, and it just really, really hurt. And just I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't finish up with the planning for the wedding or getting ready or doing anything at all. So, but in years past, when I've had problems, they weren't that extreme. It was the worst it's ever been.
Okay. And then what difference has the care made in your life?
Well, initially it made a gigantic difference because we weren't going to be able to do the wedding. We had a backup plan, and Chris was just going to do the reception, and my husband Chris, and I was going to stay at home, and he was just going to have a party, and we were going to figure out getting married later. So when we came in here frantically, I didn't realize we were going to do the x-rays and do everything else, but we were just on board. There was no one else open, and we were like, whatever it takes, let's just do it. And it made a huge difference. We went in twice the day before the wedding. I had my adjustment that evening, and then went to the rehearsal dinner right afterwards, and I couldn't tell if it was going to work or not. And by the end of the rehearsal dinner, I bent over and picked something off the floor and just could move, not 100%, I was still a little bit sore, but almost 100%. And by the next day, it was 100%. I danced, everything. So I guess overall, it means this isn't going to happen again, but that day was huge.
That's so great. And then what would you say to somebody that was thinking about going to Health First?
I would say that in chiropractic that I've done in the past, just went in for adjustment, felt better, that was fine. I didn't really understand what was wrong with me. I think that's been huge for me to understand what's wrong and what's happened, and that there needs to be an actual correction to my body as opposed to just a little bit of relief, which is something I've never thought about before. I just kind of thought it was something that might happen throughout the years, or when it hadn't happened for a year, that it was done. And obviously that's not the case, and it could have come back at any point in time, which it did. And it's great to know that there's actually something that I can see on an x-ray that by the end will hopefully be completely different, and just long-term goal for not having the pain and the issues and worried about doing things and not have to have my husband do as much as he did for the wedding and traumatize him as much. So we're both very, very excited about it, of course, and being able to have our wedding, that was very, very exciting as well. So we're very thankful, and just long-term we're very thankful as well.
Right. Great. Well, thank you.
Yeah.